राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much for your kind association. Let's get started. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. तस्यारविन्दनयनस्य पदारविन्द किञ्जल्कमिश्रतुलसी मकरन्दवायु अन्तर्गतस्वविवरेण चकार तेषां संक्षोभमक्षरजुषाम् अपि चित्ततन्वो नेहयत्कर्मधर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते न तीर्थपदसेवायै जीवनपि मृतो हि सः प्रसङ्गम् अजरं पाशम् आत्मनः कवयो विदुः स एव साधुषु कृतो मोक्षद्वारम् अपावृतम् तितिक्षव कारुणिका सुहृदः सर्वदेहिनाम् अजातशत्रवः शान्ताः साधवः साधुभूषणाः सतां प्रसङ्गान् मम वीर्यसंविदो भवन्ति हृत्कर्णरसायना कथा तज्जोषणादाशपवर्गवर्त्मनि श्रद्धारतिर्भक्तिरनुक्रमिष्यति हासं हरेरवनताखिललोकतीव्र शोकाश्रुसागरविशोषणमत्युदारम् सम्मोहनाय रचितं निजमाययास्य भ्रूमण्डलं मुनिकृते मकरध्वजस्य मद्गुणश्रुतिमात्रेण मयि सर्वगुहाशये मनोगतिरविच्छिन्ना यथा गङ्गाम्बसोऽम्बुदौ लक्षणं भक्तियोगस्य निर्गुणस्य उपाहृतम् अहैतुक्यव्यवहिता या भक्ति पुरुषोत्तमे सालोक्यसारष्ठिसामीप्य सारूप्यैकत्वमपि उत दीयमानं न गृह्णन्ति विना मत्सेवनं जनाः यन्नामधेयश्रवणानुकीर्तनात् प्रह्वलनाद् यत्स्मरणादपि क्वचेत् श्वादोऽपि सद्य सवनाय कल्पते कुतः पुनस्ते भगवन्नुदर्शनात् अहो बतश्व पचतो गरीयान् यज्जिह्वाग्रे वर्तते नाम तुभ्यम् ते पुस्तपस्ते जुहुवो सस्नुरार्या ब्रह्मानुचुर्नाम गृह्णन्ति ये ते हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, we are continuing our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 20, entitled Conversation between Sri Maitreya Muni and Mahatma Vidur, text 36. We are discussing how Brahmaji is creating the different forms of life and how from Brahmaji, illusion in the form of a beautiful woman has appeared who is very attractive to the demons. So, Srimad Bhagavatam 3.20.36. Nayakatra te jayati shalini pada padmam nantyamuhukkara talena patat patangam. I think this is Vasanta Tilak. Nayakatra te jayati shalini pada padmam Nantyamuhu karatale patat patangam Madhyam vishidati brihat stanabhara bhitam Shante vadrishtiramala sushikha samuha. Translations and purports by our beloved, revered founder Acharya Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The demons are telling that illusory beautiful lady, Shalini, oh beautiful woman, when you strike the bouncing ball against the ground with your hand again and again, your lotus feet do not stay in one place. Oppressed by the weight of your full grown breasts, your waist becomes fatigued and your clear vision grows dull, as it were. Pray, braid your beautiful hair. Sushikha, Samuha. So the demons are getting attracted by this womanly figure that is actually illusory in the sense that it is temporary and its attraction is based on illusion. Because the fact is that we are all spiritual entities. Jivera Swarup hai Krishnera Nityadas. Ajo Nityam Shashvatoyam Purano. We are spiritual entities. Mama Amsha Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are eternal parts of Krishna, completely spiritual, And we have nothing to do with this illusory material form of a woman. Oh, beautiful woman, when you play with the ball, you look very attractive. You have a very beautiful form. You have beautiful hair. Purport. The demons observed beautiful gestures in the woman's every step. Here they praise her full grown breasts, her scattered hair, and her movements in stepping forward and backward while playing with the ball. In every step, they enjoy her womanly beauty. And while they enjoy her beauty, their minds become agitated by sex desire. As moths at night surround a fire and are killed, so the demons become victims of the movements of the breasts of a beautiful woman. The scattered hair of a beautiful woman also afflicts the heart of a lusty demon. So, one who gets attracted to the physical beauty of a woman is a lusty demon. And that holds true for women also. Women who are attracted to the physical handsomeness of a man are also lusty demonesses, according to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada is Gauravani Pracharine. So, according to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. This attraction on a sexual plane is the cause of us being bound in this material world. There is no love in the relationships of this world. It is lust. Lust can be sexual attraction. Lust can be any attraction for material gratification, material comforts. Someone may be very kind to one's child, thinking that this child will take care of me in my old age. That is also material affection. It is not prem. It is not love. Whereas real love is defined by Srila Rupa Goswami in Sri Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, when there is every cause for the relationship to break, but still the relationship keeps getting stronger and stronger. That is love. This afternoon, I was listening to a lecture by Srila Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj on Sri Bhishma Dev. And Srila Radha Govinda Das Goswami Maharaj was describing that before the Kurukshetra war, at Virat, the kingdom of Virat, where the five Pandav brothers and their faithful chaste wife, Srimati Draupadi Devi, spent the last year of their life, the 14th year, beg your pardon, the 13th year. 12 years were Vanvas, exile in the forest. And after the 12 years, the 13th year was Agyatwas, living incognito. where if their identities were discovered, they had to go back to 12 years of forest exile. So, 13th year, when they were living incognito in the kingdom of Virat, they successfully completed that 1 year. Thereafter, Yudhishthir Maharaj called for Krishna and Balaram. And Krishna and Balaram also came to congratulate the Pandavas on having successfully completed their 13th year incognito. Of course, immediately after the end of the 13th year, there was an attack on the kingdom of Virat, where Brihanala, who actually is Arjun, single handedly defeated the Kaurav commanders. But thereafter, Krishna and Balaram came to visit the Pandavas because Duryodhan was hell bent on a war. He had earned the support and loyalty of many kings on this earth planet, and he was confident that the Pandavas are weak. Their only supporters are Drupad Maharaj and the king of Virat, but we have much larger army and we can easily quash the five brothers once and for all and then enjoy unrivaled kingdom. After all, Duryodhan thought, after all, I have warriors like Bhishma Dev, Karna, Dronacharya on my side. What do I have to fear? When the news came to the Pandavas that the Kauravas are determined to fight with the Pandavas, they were determined not to let the Pandavas get their rightful kingdom. It seemed that a great war was inevitable. That's when Balaram and Krishna paid a visit to the Pandavas. Lord Balaram suggested to Krishna that Krishna, you should go as a peace messenger to Duryodhan, Shantidut. Why? Krishna asked, why? Why don't you go? You are the elder one. Lord Balaram said very honestly, I have difficulty controlling my temper. I have difficulty controlling my temper. If they say something, then there may not be a need for Kurukshetra war. I will only finish them. The news will come, Shantidut killed all the 100 brothers. So he said, I will not go. You are very cool headed and you know exactly what to speak. So you go. So Krishna went and somehow it did not work out. And the war was imminent. At that time, Lord Balaram told Krishna that, look, Krishna, your son, Samb, is married to Duryodhan's daughter, Lakshmana. Our sister, Subhadra, is married to Arjun. And this is a war between Duryodhan and the Pandavas. Both are intimately related to you and me. Therefore, I am not going to fight. I am going on pilgrimage. And my elder brotherly advice to you is that you also don't participate because there is no winner in this war. Both sides are our family members. Both sides are our disciples. Both sides are our friends. Therefore, we should not participate in this bloodshed. Let's just both of us go for Tirtha Yatra. Srila Radha Govind Maharaj said that Sri Mahabharat describes At that time, Lord Krishna was pensive. Krishna became thoughtful. Because generally, Krishna's attitude was that whatever my elder brother says, I will do it. दाऊ जी की बात काटते नहीं थे भगवान. Generally, whatever Balram would say, Krishna would do from childhood. When Balram ji suggested that we should go on a pilgrimage and not participate in the Kurukshetra war, Krishna became thoughtful. And then he looked at Lord Balaram and said, at this critical moment, when my dearmost friend Arjun is going to be fighting this massive war, Arjun will be fighting with Bhishma Dev. Arjun will be fighting with Karna. Arjun will be fighting with Jayadratha. Arjun will be fighting with Dronacharya. At this critical juncture in his life, Dauji, there is no way I can leave my Arjun. I would have come with you for the Tirth Yatra, but I cannot leave Arjun when he needs me the most. Krishna was not thinking of anyone, he was thinking of Arjun. Arjun is so dear to Krishna. Krishna said, I will not leave Arjun. And for Arjun's sake, he stayed back. He will need me. Arjun will need me. I must be there for Arjun. This is our sweet Lord. I don't know what point I was trying to make. I forgot. Hmm. Anybody remembers what point I was trying to make? I forgot. But anyway, this is Krishna. He doesn't want to leave his devotee when the devotee needs Krishna. If we are attracted by material pleasure, then we are far away from Krishna. Srila Prabhupada says we are demoniac people. So Krishna never leaves the devotee, and a devotee, now I remember what the point I was trying to make. Through the story of Krishna and Arjun, we understand that Krishna loves the devotee so much. Why? Because Krishna's love is ye yatham mam prapadyante tam satheva bhajamyam. Krishna's prem for the devotee is reciprocal. Sadhavo hridayam mayam, sadhunam hridayam tvaham. I am in the heart of the sadhus and the sadhus are in my heart. It is reciprocal. The devotee never stops thinking of Krishna, and Krishna never stops thinking of the devotee. The devotee never stops loving Krishna, and Krishna never fails in his love for the devotee. Therefore, he is called Achyut. Krishna never fails to love his devotee. Krishna never fails to reciprocate with his devotee. A devotee never fails to get attracted to Krishna. On the other hand, a demon is attracted to sense gratification, as we are seeing in these verses. That is the point I was trying to make. That is the difference between a devotee and a lusty demon, as Srila Prabhupada says. Text 37. Iti sayantanim sandhyam asura pramadayatim pralobhayantim jagrur matva mudha striyam. The asuras, clouded in their understanding, took the evening twilight to be a beautiful woman, showing herself in her alluring form, and they seized her. So, this form that Brahmaji manifested, the demons took possession. They seized her. Purport. The asuras are described here as Mudhadhiya. Mudhadhi. Matva Mudhadhi Striyam. Considering her to be a woman, attractive woman, they seized her. Jagru. The asuras are described here as Mudhadhi, meaning that they are captivated by ignorance, just like the ass. The demons were captivated by the false, glaring beauty of this material form, and thus they embraced her. It is an illusory form, but they went and embraced her. 38. यही संस्पर्शजा भोगा दुःख योनय एवते आद्यंतवंत कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधा. Again and again, we should remember this verse of Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna, our eternal well-wisher, best friend, Suridam Sarvabhutanam, tells us that the pleasures that arise from the contact of the senses with the sense objects, any pleasure, it may be watching Netflix, it may be eating in a restaurant, it may be listening to some non-devotional music or non-devotional podcast or news or sports, politics, gossip, even gossip among devotees. This devotee is doing that, that devotee is doing that, this devotee had a fall down, this devotee had affair, this devotee broke the regulative. This is all bhakti pratikul. It does not help us in our progress in Krishna consciousness. So hearing such varta, even in Vaishnava Sangha, is undesirable. Text 38. Prahasya bhava gambhiram jighrantyatmanam kantya sasarja bhagavan gandharvapsarasam ganan. Prahasya, with a laugh, full of deep significance. Bhava gambhiram. Brahmaji laughed, but he had gambhir bhava, a deep reason why he was laughing. Prahasya bhava gambhiram, with a laugh full of deep significance. The worshipful Brahma then evolved by his own loveliness the hosts of Gandharvas and Apsaras. Brahmaji, he created the Gandharvas and Apsaras, which seem to enjoy itself by itself. They are enjoying. He created Gandharvas and Apsaras, which seem to enjoy itself by itself. Through loveliness, he created Gandharvas and Apsaras. Apsaras and Gandharvas were born out of the loveliness of Brahmaji, but that loveliness which seemed to enjoy itself by itself means it is mode of passion because the desire to enjoy is there. Purport. The musicians in the upper planetary systems are called Gandharvas, and the dancing girls over there are called Apsaras. After being attacked by the demons and evolving a form of a beautiful woman in the twilight, which we just discussed. The woman was created in twilight, the period of the day when people are most attracted to enjoying sexual pleasures. Brahma next created Gandharvas and Apsaras, who are musicians and dancing girls. Music, now listen carefully, my dear friends. Please listen with undivided attention, all of you. Srila Prabhupada writes, music and dancing employed in sense gratification are to be accepted as demoniac, asuri, sinful, to enjoy dance and music for sense gratification. When music and dance has nothing to do with Krishna consciousness, it is demoniac, which means all the discos, pubs, movie, bhangra, everything. It is all demoniac. But the same music and dancing, when employed in glorifying the Supreme Lord as kirtan, are transcendental. And they bring about a life completely fit for spiritual enjoyment. I will show you something. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribo. All the Apsaras and Gandharvas and demigods also will come to have darshan of Shripada Indra Prabhu. See how blissfully Shripada Indra Prabhu was doing kirtan and how blissful the devotees were dancing, even the school children. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift. This is Sri Shri Shachi Suta's gift to this world. Nacho gao bhakta sange karo sankirtan. But when we hear music and dance that is devoid of Krishna consciousness, it is demoniac. And Srila Prabhupada says, but the same music and dancing, when employed in glorifying the Supreme Lord as kirtan, then it is transcendental, brings spiritual enjoyment. And this spiritual enjoyment is what we have to develop taste for. Is there enjoyment in the pubs and discos and movies and having parties with friends? Yes, there is. There is some enjoyment. Therefore, so many people are doing it. But that enjoyment is very temporary. It is partial enjoyment. and it is not sustainable because you cannot keep enjoying it. You get bored. Can you imagine a disco where the same song is played 24 hours a day, every day? Will anybody go there to dance? Just imagine. There is one DJ, he plays the same song over and over again, 24 hours a day, every day. Nobody will go. In Raman Reti, in Shri Vrindavan Dham, in Krishna Balram Mandir, the same Mahamantra, Shri Padayendra Prabhu inaugurated 1986. Same Mahamantra, 24 hours a day, every day. Same Mahamantra. No change of lyrics. Same Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare is being sung. And devotees are experiencing spiritual happiness. This spiritual happiness is what we want. Material happiness is there, it's a reality, but we don't want it because it is temporary, it is partial, it doesn't really give real happiness. यही संस्पर्शजा भोगा दुख योनय एवते आद अंतवंत कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधा. Intelligent people, Sumedha people, will not participate in material sense gratification. It is for Mudha-dhi, as we saw in the previous verse. Mudha-dhi. Those who are foolish people, less intelligent people, they will engage in this material sense gratification. There is gratification there, there is enjoyment, but it is partial, it is temporary, it is painful, dukkhayona evate, and it is not sustainable. How long can you enjoy? Then you want new songs, you want new DJ, new music, new ambience. In Krishna Balram Mandir, it's the same ambience, same harmonium. Sripad Ayendra Prabhu's crying baby, same mridanga, same kartal, same mahamantra. But it is so blissful. We will do anything to participate in that kirtan, isn't it? That we just saw. How many of you would like to go in that kirtan and dance? Hari bol. Maybe in some lifetime. This is spiritual enjoyment. Spiritual enjoyment is complete. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. It is permanent, eternal, everlasting. Susukam Kartum Avyayam Kevala Ananda Kanda. And it is completely sustainable. We can enjoy it for the rest of our life. Madhuram Madhure Bhyopi. Mangale Bhyopi Mangalam. Pavanam Pavane Bhyopi. Harer Nam Eva Kevalam. Sweetest of all sweets. Madhuram Madhure Bhyopi. Harer Nam Eva Kevalam. And this sweet will not cause obesity. This sweet will not cause acidity. This sweet will not break Ekadashi. This sweet will not give diabetes. Where will you get such a deal? And it is free. Don't have to go and pay money. It's free. And have it as much as you like. Nacho gao bhakta sange karo sankirtan. Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipatam purnamrita aswadanam. Param vijayate Shri Krishna sankirtan. It's for everyone. Sarvatma. Snapanam. Now. Harinam ki dhara mein nahao. Sarvatma snapanam. Param vijayate Shri Krishna sankirtan. 39. Visasarja tanum tam vai Jyotsnam kanti matim priyam ta eva chadadu pritya vishwavasu purogama. After that, Lord Brahma gave up that shining and beloved form of moonlight. Vishwavasu and other Gandharvas gladly took possession of that moonlight. Vishwavasu is a Gandharva. Text 40. सृष्ट्वा भूतपिशाचांश्च भगवानात्मतन्द्रिणाम् दिग्वाससो मुक्तकेशान् वीक्ष्य चामीलयदृशौ. Bhagwan, Brahmaji is again and again addressed as Bhagwan. Bhagwan means that Devata who is invested with the power of Bhagwan Krishna. Creative power, passion, Rajogun, Guna Avatar is Lord Brahma. He is empowered by Krishna. So he is called Bhagavan. The glorious Brahma, Bhagavan, next evolved from his sloth. Sloth means his laziness. He evolved the ghosts and the finds. Bhut, Pishach. But he closed his eyes when he saw them stand naked with their hair scattered. Mukta Keshan. Their hair was scattered. It was not tied and they were standing. Digvasa. So they were Digambar, naked, surrounded only by the 10 directions. So naked, hair open. When Brahmaji saw, Vikshya Chamilayat Drishav. Brahmaji closed his eyes. He didn't want to see somebody naked. It is very uncultured to appear before someone naked. When I came to this country first time, when I joined a gym, YMCA, I was shocked that in the changing room, people walk completely naked here in the men's room. I was found it very odd. But it is sinful to be seen naked, even by people of the same sex. It is not good. It is not good to be naked. So when Brahmaji saw these Bhut Pisach naked with hair open, he closed his eyes. Viksha Amilayat Drishav. Drishav means eyes. Unmilan means to open. Chakshur unmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. But he Amilayat. He closed his eyes. Amilayat. Closed his eyes. He didn't want to see because they were digvasasu. They were naked. Purport. Ghosts and mischievous hobgoblins, Bhut Pishach, are also the creation of Lord Brahma. They are not false. They exist. Sometimes people say, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't. No. They are a reality. Therefore, Goswami ji has written, Bhuta Pishacha Nikata Nahi Aave, Mahabir Jo Naam Sunave. Nashaya Roga Haray Sava Pida, Japata Nirantara. Japata Nirantara. What is the next word? भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जो नाम सुनावे नाशय रोग हरे सब पीड़ा जपत निरंतर हनुमंत बलवीरा. हाँ. So one who chants the names of the pure devotees like Hanumanji. Bhuta pisach nikat nahi aave. So we devotees, we have Kapidhwaja. We have Hanumanji. And we have Vrinda Devi here. So we don't have to worry. Where the pure devotees are, Bhuta pisach nikat nahi aave. Bharjanam bhavabhijanam, Arjanam sukha sampadam, Tarjanam Yamadutanam, Rama Rameti Garjanam. When we are chanting the holy name, Ram, Krishna, Hari, Tarjanam Yamadutanam, the Yamadutas get scared and run away. So we don't have to worry about these entities, but they do exist. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj tells us that when the land was given in Bhuvaneshwar and he was living there all alone, Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj says that he encountered ghosts. And whenever he would loudly chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, that particular ghost would go away and never come back. Which means Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj, with his Shuddhanam, Ucharan, he was delivering them. And so many examples are there like that. Srila Prabhupada also did that in Bhaktivedanta manner. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj did that. And in the life of Sripad Ramanujacharya, also it is mentioned that he liberated the princess from a demon who was haunting her. And Bhagavatam will tell us, Srila Prabhupada will tell us how this happens. So these Bhut Pisach are reality. They are a creation of Brahmaji. Brahmaji created this 8.4 million species. This is also there. But they don't attack the devotees. Ghosts and hobgoblins are creation of Brahma. They are not false. All of them are meant for putting the conditioned soul into various miseries. What do these Bhut Pisach do? They put conditioned souls in miseries. But Bhuta Pisach nikat nahi aave, Mahabhir naam suna. 41. Jagrustad Vishritam Tam Jrimbhannakhyam Tanum Prabho Nidramindriya Vikledo Yaya Bhuteshu Drishyate Yenochistan Dharshayanti Tam Unmadam Prachakshate. The ghosts and hobgoblins, Bhut Pishach, took possession of the body thrown off in the form of the yawning of Brahma, the creator of all living entities. When Brahmaji yawned, his address here as Prabhu, Prabhu Nidram, and Jrimbhana Akhyam. When Brahmaji was yawning, these ghosts and hobgoblins took possession of the form that came out from the yawning of Brahma. This is also known as sleep, which causes drooling. Nidram Indriya Vikleda. In Nidra, when from our mouth saliva comes out, drools out in the sleep, that is considered to be not very auspicious, not very good when we drool in our sleep. The hobgoblins and ghosts attack men who are impure, and their attack is spoken of as insanity. Dharshayanti tam unmadam. It causes madness, psychiatric disorders. When these ghosts, they take possession of a body of a person who is impure. Impure means they may use the restroom, not wash their hands. They may sleep, overeat and sleep so deeply that they are drooling in their sleep. And then they don't clean themselves, they're impure. Such impure people become victims of ghosts and hobgoblins, Bhuta Pishach. But devotees who take bath 2-3 times a day, who sleep early, wake up in Brahma Muhurta, chant their rounds, they keep clean habits, they don't watch dirty things, they chant the holy name, they maintain purity, internal and external, them the Bhut Pisach cannot attack. Purport. The disease of insanity or being haunted by ghosts takes place in an unclean state of existence. Here it is clearly stated that when a man is fast asleep and saliva flows from his mouth and he remains unclean, ghosts then take advantage of his unclean state and haunt his body. In other words, those who drool while sleeping are considered unclean and are subject to be haunted by ghosts, or they go insane. They develop these psychiatric disorders. Sometimes psychiatric disorders may be caused by haunting by such ghosts. Ghosts are jivas who, because of previous sins, could not get a human body or any gross body, not even an animal body. So it's just the soul surrounded by subtle body. Subtle body is the seat of all desires. The mind is there. So there are desires, but there is no way to fulfill those desires. It's a very painful situation. So then they may take possession of a vulnerable human being so that they can have a body. And because two jivas are then in control of one human body, it creates a great incompatibility. And the two subtle bodies collide, and then it causes disturbance in the subtle body, which manifests as psychiatric disorders. Srila Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj also writes that devotees should be careful. They should maintain cleanliness. They should maintain good sadhana. They should not commit Vaishnava aparadh because there are ghosts who want to be liberated from ghostly existence. And because these ghosts are powerful beings, they know that if they enter the womb of a devotee, they have a good chance of being delivered. Because many times these ghosts are pseudo devotees in their previous life. We see in the biography of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada went to a particular village to do Bhagavad Katha, Prachar, they were told not to stay in a abandoned structure which was said to be haunted by a Brahma Rakshas. It used to be an old temple which was abandoned. And this was not known to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur when they first arrived in the village, and they just both took rest in that structure. And the next morning, when the villagers asked, "Where did you spend the night?" Thakur Mahasaya pointed to that building, and the villagers were aghast. They said that structure is haunted by a Brahma Rakshas. Anybody goes there, that Rakshas throws bricks, rocks at them. There are people who have gone crazy, people who have got hurt, there are people who have even died there. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur very nonchalantly, as a matter of fact, he said that yes, I encountered that Brahma Rakshas last night. What you encountered? He said yes. I chanted Hare Krishna and he was permanently delivered. Now you can go there, that Brahma Rakshas will never ever be seen again. I delivered him. The holy name delivered him. And the villagers actually confirmed that fact. After that, there was no more disturbance from that Brahma Rakshas. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, "Tell me how this person became a Brahma Rakshas." And the villagers said that there used to be a Vishnu temple there. And this person was the main pujari in that Vishnu temple. And in the name of doing puja as a temple pujari, he misused his position and he had affairs with the ladies in the village. And he swindled them, broke the regulative principles, being a village spiritual leader. And then there are different versions of the stories. Some stories say that he was caught, he was beaten up by the villagers, he was threatened that he will be handed over to the police. He consumed poison and killed himself. And because of being a spiritualist who had cheated people, broken their faith, swindled them, and committed suicide, which is also sinful, he became a ghost. But he was a powerful ghost because he had done some bhajan in his life. He had served the Shri Vigraha of Lord Vishnu. He must have chanted so many mantras naturally. He was initiated. So when these spiritual people they commit such nefarious activities, sinful activities, they may become ghosts, but they will be ghosts who are powerful because of having practiced some spirituality in their past, and they know certain spiritual principles. So they know that my best chance of getting delivered if I can get birth in a devotee family. So Srila Bhakti Tirth Maharaj says, when devotees break principles, when devotees are unclean, devotees are careless, devotees commit aparadh, they become spiritually weak. But they are still devotees. And they become the targets of such ghosts who are powerful. They specially target devotees because they know that this person is chanting Hare Krishna. If I enter his womb or her womb, I'm born as their child, these practicing devotees, then I have a very good chance of being delivered. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj says, therefore, sometimes devotees who are trying to follow the regulative principles sometimes experience intense lust. They experience intense material desires because they are being influenced by these subtle beings. So we have to be really careful. We have to follow the regulative principles nicely. We should not offend the Mahamantra that we are chanting. We should not offend Tulsi Maharani, because when we wear Tulsi Maharani, if we eat abhaksh padartha, if we eat things that are not to be consumed, and those things go through the Tulsi Kanthimala that we are wearing, we are offending Tulsi Maharani. And when we offend a devotee, we become weak. Then Tulsi Maharani will leave the Kantha. So we have to be careful. What has been given to us is very powerful, but we should respect it. So these are some thoughts from today's verses. I will stop here. Krishna willing, we will continue from verse number 42 next week. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर हरि बोल. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Yes, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much Prabhuji for this very very wonderful class about all the disturbance in this world. And you also concluded telling that we'll have to be very careful wearing the Tulsi Mala and taking care of the things. Prabhuji, my question is I just want to compare these abominable sinful activities that is disturbing a person or a devotee, or the anarthas that is disturbing a devotee, like puja, labha, pratishtha. Uh, I feel these sins actually is affecting the devotee, and Krishna is so merciful. He will sometimes test and help. But these anarthas actually is more dangerous than those kind of things, because it tends to take the devotee away from bhakti, might commit Vaishnava Parada. So I feel these are very dangerous. They are also getting into the devotee's control, mind or intelligence. And so can you please help how to see these two things and how to differentiate and take care in a proper way?
I didn't understand the question, Mataji. So you said on one side there is pratishtha, puja,
Uh,
and on other side what?
on one side all these sinful things that is disturbing a devotee, on the other side these anarthas, puja, lava, pratishtas, which actually is affecting the devotee, taking him away from bhakti itself. But
Hmm.
those things are only making him do some sins. And actually for devotee, sin overcome sin is little easier than anartha. So I feel these anarthas are more dangerous. So can you please help how to see it properly and get out of this very dangerous anarthas which is getting into the devotee and making him fall or get
So you are
away from.
so Mataji, you are asking about the gross sinful activities, anarthas, and then the subtle anarthas like
Yes,
pratishtha,
yes.
puja. Okay, now I understand. I think. Hare Krishna. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj describes Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performing and also engaging his dear devotees in Gundicha Marjanam, cleansing of the Gundicha temple. And there, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, they very nicely explain that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first removed the gross kuda kachara, the dirt, dust, straw, he removed. Then he told the devotees, now with the brooms again, let's go with the brooms. So first also they cleaned with brooms. Then they threw everything outside, all the dirt. Then Mahaprabhu said, let's go again. And now let's go for the finer dust, subtle dirt. And it is explained that this represents the subtle anarthas. What was cleaned in the first run, they were the gross bad habits like illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, meat eating, violence, envy. These are gross. They are to be removed first, and then one has to go for the subtle anarthas like pratishtha, asha, then puja, all these things. Both are important for Krishna to come and manifest in our heart. Hridantasto hi abhadrani vidhunoti surit satam. We have to cleanse both. So we cannot become so focused on the subtle anarthas that we take the gross anarthas very lightly, thinking that ek Krishna naam kare sarva papa kshay. I don't have to worry about the sins so much. Pap can be washed away. नाम संकीर्तनम यस्य सर्व पाप प्रणाशनम. एक शाम को चला जाऊंगा कीर्तन में, 1 घंटा बैठ लूंगा कीर्तन में, सब पाप धुल जाएंगे. I'll just go and do some Harinam Sankirtan, all my sins will be washed away. No. Namno baladhyasya hi papa buddhi. It is a namaprad. It will bring us down to the platform of namaprad, which is the lowest platform one can chant. So we cannot take sins lightly. A devotee never forgets the sins that he or she has committed. Srila Haridas Thakur, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami never forgot their sins. Isn't it? Every time they remembered their sins. No. We have been employed by Mlecha. We have associated with the Mlechas. They themselves never broke the regulative principles, but they considered it to be so sinful to be employed by the Mlecha meat eaters that they considered themselves to be very sinful and never forgot their previous sinful life. They held themselves responsible for that. So we don't want to become so focused on the subtle anarthas that we leave behind the big pieces of dirt, dust, and straw. And at the same time, we don't want to be negligent about the subtle anarthas also. Because without removing them, Jagannath will not come in our heart. But first, we have to start with the gross things. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. And then we have to focus on the next step is we focus on the subtle anarthas. Like Mahaprabhu teaches, first he cleaned the bigger particles, then he cleaned the smaller particles. Like that. Unless we stop the gross sins, we will really not be able to focus on bhakti. And then the other anarthas that you mentioned, they actually arise from the practice of bhakti. But practice of bhakti doesn't really begin unless we overcome the gross anarthas. Eshamantagatam papam janana punya karmana te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajate mam dridhavrataha. So then and then we start practicing bhakti, then from bhakti, these anarthas will manifest. Just like from the ocean of milk, by churning it, poison came first. Then the Amrit came. So many distractions also came. The moon came. Uchchashrava horse came. Lakshmi ji came. So many things came. They were all distractions, and the devatas were told, don't worry about it. Surabhi cow came. So similarly, in bhakti also there will be distractions. This pratishtha, asha, puja, these are all distractions. And then becoming proud of one's bhajan and looking down on other devotees, thinking that we are more advanced, that is poison. Envying other devotees is poison. So these anarthas will come later and we have to deal with them also. So I think both are important, Mataji. We cannot say that one is more important, other is less important. I think both are very important, but it starts with the gross anarthas. First, we have to give up meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex. And then we can take care of the subtle anarthas. Is that okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, the point that you said all these anarthas come by the practice of bhakti makes things little clear. Thank you, Prabhuji. So it is on
Hare
the
Krishna.
on the yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Divya Mataji, I will take your question tomorrow when we meet in the Friday Bhagavad Gita class. It's late now, so we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.